I'm going to try to make this recording again and explain to you how you can understand about what we're saying, that I have the gift of the thunderings like Moses. It's like how Moses was able to convey to our people what God would say in the thunderings, uh, like on Mount Sinai, and be able to explain to our people what God wanted Moses to tell us. I've had this ability since I was a little girl, and the secret criminals, which is what I still call them, uh, would come and harass us along with other people that they would bring to try to hurt us all and take our things and harass us too. And they saw the thunderings, and they started threatening to kidnap me and do things to us and everything. And everybody was kind of worried. Everybody was really worried. And then we had the sting, and to try to catch them lawfully with all the things they had, threats and the things they had done to our beloved family, everything, and our people, and we wanted to put them and them to go to jail, and not bother us again. That's what this thing is all. This thing was all about, a lawful thing to try to catch them. We never did anything to these people. They just kept harassing us and tried to do all kinds of bad things to us and hurt us on, take our things, is what they wanted to do. But we're talking about this thunderings now in this summer, when God had me stand on the stairs at the old annex to the palace. It was dark, getting dark in the morning. It was like about 8 o'clock in the morning, and people going to work. And the thunderings, God was saying, find us this spot and stand there, And when I got to the spot, He says, now stand up on the stairs in front of this the annex building, old palace annex, and tell the world that you and your beloved husband shall be, to be understood. You know that you can live forever in His everlasting life. It was thundering. It was really awesome. And it was so much rain that the streets flooded, and it stopped cars even. And there was a hotel across the street from the place where I stood. And in that hotel, we wrote to you about the fact that the secret criminals came and tried to kill me one night when I was like 9 years old, with a pencil lead, trying to break off the pencil lead in my head. And actually, they tried to break most of the pencil off of my head. And the hotel worker said, Mom, uh, caught them, and they caught the person in the act, and they were able to keep the man from finishing me off. And Mom bought the hotel for me and for us, and kept all the workers because they helped to save my life. And so, to make a long story short, there was a man looking outside the window, and he was kind of like, making gestures and not taking this very seriously. And God says, see that person over there? This is for them. And God cracked thunder really loud, and there was lightning, and I looked up, and the person was gone. Anyway, and then later on I saw them, they were trying to wipe up the water that had seeped through underneath the door. There was so much water. I could see that. But I was shaking. God is awesome. Everyone knows it's written that God speaks with the storm. And so, and God said many wonderful and beautiful things that morning. And He also said that the people that tried to hurt us all should have never tried to hurt me and my beloved husband Shabby, our beloved family, our beloved people. And that God said in the thunders He was going to punish those that tried to hurt us all. And God said that He was going to destroy all the bad people, and all the bad people who tried to hurt us all and take our things. And God was very angry. He was going to punish them, basically, so to speak, for what they tried to do to me and to my beloved Shavi, our beloved family, our beloved people. And I asked about the resurrection, because we always ask about that. And God said it's coming. He said then it was coming. And we want everlasting life in the resurrection. This was in the middle part of summer, basically, when I'm speaking of this thundering particular time. And it was just really beautiful. And my feet have been swollen for like weeks. And since the month of May, they were like really swollen. Actually, April or actually April or May. And 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 this was like the middle of summer, and I had worn sandals all the time and everything. And so God, basically most of the time, and so God told me to stick my feet in the water. I stuck my feet in the water briefly and pulled them out. And by the mid-afternoon to the end of the day, all the swelling had gone down, and people had noticed that my feet weren't swollen anymore because their feet aren't swollen anymore. And occasionally I had to take a diuretic because the secret criminals and the people with them wanted to give me pulmonary edema, where I couldn't live on mountain tops or anything, because most of our homes are beautiful mountains, like the castle's a mountain area, and so and by water, and I guess it was for jealousy. I really can't fathom people being so cruel, just because they're, they want other people's things, and 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 we're good people. Okay, we're holy people. We're God's people. And so, we're the holiness of the Most High, as Book of Daniel speaks of. And so, and to make a long story short, after that happened, I didn't have to take any more diuretics, and my feet never swelled up like that again. After God told me to stick my feet in the water, everybody's like, "It's a miracle! It's a miracle!" And so everybody noticed that. And in the next few days, God thundered other thunderings too. God said that He chose me and my beloved Shabi, and He made us well. He made us very good. And He made us in heaven above. And that our God is for me and my beloved Shabi, our beloved family of the people. God made me and Shabi royal, Malk and Melek and all the titles we have of a very, very, very large kingdom. And we're from a royal family that goes way, way back. And Jewish royal family from a long time ago that God speaks of. Judah, everybody knows that. And Israel. And the very large kingdom that God created for us, He said He created it just for us. Book of Daniel speaks about that as well. And you can read about that too. You can read about all of this. And God asked me in the thunderings, He said that He knew that all of heaven and everybody knew that I was very pleased that I was married to my beloved husband, Shabi, the man in the photograph was also my cousin, for all eternity. God said in the thunderings too, so people could hear. Shabi and I are married for eternity. God spoke that. And that Shabi and I are to be with only each other and no one else to be with us for all eternity as husband and wife. And we're very pleased about that. God said many wonderful things in the thunderings. He said that He was angry about what people tried to do to us. And we always ask about the resurrection. And God tells us the last time we asked it, it's here, it's coming, an everlasting life. We had a holiday, I think it probably was Sukkot. I think it was Sukkot, right after Sukkot, and around that time, and God made thunderings, and it's kind of getting cold and everything, but that does happen, and I sung a song, and the song is "You Made Me So Very Happy," but it's the way I sung it, and I sung it a certain way, and God thundered, and everybody noticed that. It was like I think it might have been like one a little bit of thunder, and there was also one day when there were thunderings, and it just was cloudy, and I sung to our God, and then everybody noticed that it started to it thundered like after it sounded like a clap, like after I sung all these songs, like that God was clapping. Everybody noticed that, and then it started to rain. They made a comment, the people, that her voice can about me, that my singing can make God speak to us. Anyways, I sung this song this way. You made us so very happy. We're so glad you gave us everlasting life. You made us so very happy. You made us so very happy, and we're so glad you gave us everlasting life. Anyway, I want to basically to help you understand about the thunderings. And whenever God comes and speaks through the storm, we get very excited and we want to listen and hear and pay very close attention. And there have been many times, even after that, where God with thunder. There are people that were witnesses to certain things, like when I was in St. Thomas, and the year that there were no hurricanes, I told the people just pray to our God, not anything else. They know that we're Jewish. They know that what we are, and I said just pray to our God, nothing else. And maybe because there was thunderings and God was angry. And I said, well, maybe if you pray to only our God, then perhaps you'll be spared a very bad hurricane because God was angry. There were no hurricanes that season. And after I left St. Thomas, I went to Miami. And people kept trying to speak to me about other things other than we're Jewish, so we only believe in our God, the God who made everything, God of Genesis, God of Noah, God of Abraham, God of Isaac and Jacob, God of Elijah, and God of Moses. And people would try to speak to me about other things, and I say, no, that's wrong. We only believe in our God who made everything, and God would back me up with the thundering. There are witnesses who saw that. That was during the time when the hurricane season, where there were no hurricanes at all that year. Okay, so we'll talk to you later, another time about these things, and um, have a wonderful evening. Well, it's evening here. Have a wonderful next time until we talk to you again.